Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslach talking to you about reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3. And if you don't know who I am, I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There are so many people that helped me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward and help you out. So today, I'm going to talk to you about how it feels to get rejection. And this specifically, I'm talking about in our academic life. For those of you who are academics, for those of you who haven't done anything like this before, rejection is a very real part of what we do in academics. We often, and I'm talking very close to my heart right now because I had a rejection on a article that I was writing, and I started this article in 2011, and I wrote it and circulated it, and then I sent it to journals, recently, and it was rejected at other journals, and recently it was rejected at another journal after it was through a revise and resubmit. Now, I know that most of you are probably thinking that it's not a big deal in terms of getting these rejections, and you probably don't really understand what it's about. However, it's a very real thing that we have to deal with, and it's akin to getting rejected in a relationship. It's akin to getting rejected from, maybe you applied to a college, for example. It's akin to any sort of experience that you feel rejected, where the thing that you are working on, the thing that you are developing is not good enough. Perhaps it's like a large major project that you were working on as a salesperson, and you were putting a bid in and you worked at it for 3 or 4 years, and you put a great deal of effort into it, and then it got rejected. And that's kind of the feelings that we get on a regular basis as professors, as scientists. In some fields it's a little different because the rejection sort of pattern is different. In my field, my experience, and this is only talking about me personally, so there's other people that I know that they are better. I know that they're maybe in a different field. I know that they have different sort of context, different support, so they have different experiences. And this is my own personal experience with dealing with rejection. And the feelings that I get with rejection, is because I put a great deal of effort into something. And what you feel is, the first thing you feel is just kind of disbelief, and you are not really sort of registering on what's going on. And then a couple hours after getting that rejection, it's normally in some sort of rejection letter, is usually sort of formal kind of response, where you feel that you just feel absolutely down in the dumps. You kind of go into this sort of state of disbelief or depression, where you just don't want to do anything, and you feel that you are completely incompetent. And then that experience happens for a period of time. For some of us, it's probably longer than others. For me, it's usually a day where I feel, what am I doing in terms of what we're actually working on? And then that feeling, it's a feeling where you want to feel, throw up, like vomit. And after you go through that feeling, you really don't want to see anything or deal with anything with that particular project of what you're working on. And every time that you go and you know that you have to work on it, and you're pulled towards working on that thing because that's how we get this stuff done. However, the first moments that you get into it, the first days that you get into a project after you were rejected on it, because this is what we do, is we take that article and we look at the feedback that we get, and we rework at it. So it's the same thing that you would go through with, maybe it's a college degree, for example. You would take that feedback that you got and you didn't get into that college that you wanted to get into. and then you rework on it, and you perhaps change your application, for example. You go through and you keep working at it. So it's the same sort of experience that you're going to go through if you become a scientist, if you become a professor, if you become a researcher. You're going to go through this experience repeatedly, and you get feedback and that information, and you have to rework it and go through it. And it takes a very long time to get back into it. And I never feel comfortable or confident at each rejection that you get at a particular idea. And the longer that I've been doing this, the more that I feel detached from any particular idea or particular thing with what we're doing. And I feel standoffish with sort of getting into feeling that way. And it's not unlike a relationship that you might have experiences with, where you continuously get rejected from something and you detach from it. So right now, my priorities, as you might see, my priorities have clearly, it's clearly my family. At this moment, we have worked hard to become financially secure enough that if things didn't work out, we'll just stop doing the things that we're doing, and just find something else. So that's where I'm at this moment, where I am continuing to work at it and continuing to engage at it, but I'm going to feel even more detached from the particular thing. And each time that you do that, you feel you really don't want to feel engaged in any sort of way. And every experience that I have with this, the farther I feel where I just don't want to engage in any particular thing like this. So you will go through these experiences yourself as you continue to do this, and perhaps you're more successful than me, and this video is not really going to make a difference for you, and you're not going to go through any of these experiences. But for me, who's kind of an average person, probably below average person, that is trying to sort of push along in this, this is a real thing for me. And would I say that you should quit at this moment? This is speaking to me, and maybe speaking to you. I don't know at this moment. I've never really, I'm kind of on the fence always with it. And all I can think of is, what is the alternative? What can you do that's different? And if there's a better alternative, then by all means, take that particular alternative that is better at this moment. And engage in that. And at this moment, because I've built an expertise and specialty in this particular area and what I'm doing, engaging with you, for example, I don't feel at this moment that I want to quit, although I do in a lot of ways, right? When you get this, you feel that you're just not doing things right. So with that, that's all I'm going to leave it with. But I want to actually, I'm not going to leave it there. I want to tell you that if you're experiencing this rejection in any sort of way, and you have these feelings, make sure that you detach, but at the same time, know that you're a really special, incredible human being, that you are worth the struggle. And every time that you go through stuff like this, know that you are incredible. There's lots of people that love you all around. The experience that you're going through is not at all as difficult as you are imagining in your mind. Just look around. Start practicing gratitude. Every time I go through this, I personally have to go through a lot of gratitude exercises and listen to things that sort of make me feel upbeat. There's a wonderful song that's out there right now that's just becoming sort of popular. It's the summer of 2020. And it is, in a world full of hate, be a light. And I truly believe that at this moment. If you're experiencing this, go out and really try to help other people and engage in who they are and try to make a difference. Try to really just love on other people. And as you do that, it will make these experiences where you feel rejected and you have to detach. It doesn't necessarily have to feel that way. And you're an incredible human being. You are accomplished. You are doing all the right things. Just keep going with the things that you're doing, and things will look brighter as you continue to push this forward. And that's all I really want to say is, even though you have all these feelings and you have this sort of rejection, just know that you're an incredible human being, and things do get better as you continue to push at this, and you develop a understanding, you develop kindness for those people that are going through rejection. You're just incredible. You're remarkable, and just keep doing the things that you're doing. So that's all I wanted to say. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.